This is Ben Rogers, this is the Property Diary. This is Monday 25th of March. Just up in London for a meeting today. Just want to share a few bits and pieces with you. First of all, you've seen me moving the van over the weekend. Put the van in for a new tyre today, and yeah, it would appear that it was actually sabotage. The tyre on the actual side of the wall, 2 stab marks in it. So that's a little bit frustrating, but just I guess it's a cost of sale. It's a cost of doing business. Okay, it's £65 for a new tyre on the van, but where that van's been over the last 7 days, it's had 18 inquiries. Do you think that that may have paid for itself? Absolutely yes. Other stuff that I want to sort of tell you about today, very, very briefly. I always tell you about building relationships up with other people. Now, one of the guys, Alan, that I was away snowboarding with, he's not really into property at the moment. He's got some other sort of business interests that he's doing, and but he's still got a website that's going. Now, he's passing those leads through to me for me to work on. And also one of my other guys, Darren, that has got a lot of stuff coming through. He's been ploughing opportunities through to me as well. Had one of my mentees come in today, and spent probably a couple of hours on the phone just going through some of the leads that I had, so that she can learn the stuff that I do. Had some quite interesting phone calls. Not a single deal. Probably about 5 or 6 that are going into the hopper. You know, speak back in 2 weeks, speak back in a month's time, speak back in 3 months' time. But there was one that really stood out. I had probably about a 30-minute telephone conversation with the guy, and they got a property. It needs a lot of work doing to it. It's about £380,000 down in Cheltenham in Gloucester, and the guy doesn't really want to move. His wife wants to move. I think his wife wants to move because it's blooming cold at the moment, and I guess that because there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done to the property, it's probably chilly inside the property. Then neither of them are working with any sort of massive income, so therefore they don't have a lot of spare cash to do the work to the property. And he's had this property up on the market for 8 months on Tapilo, now Sarah Beanie's property website. So it's cost him nothing to put it up there. He's got a board outside the front of the house, but bottom line is he's not motivated. I was having a really interesting conversation with my mentee after this call. Because you're saying, well, I don't understand, you've done everything, you've said everything right, you've given loads of third-party offsets, you've given loads of examples how you can help, you've given loads of ideas, you've floated a whole bunch of stuff over past the guy, but he just wasn't interested. Why not? Well, it turns out it's because he's just not motivated. If he doesn't really want to sell, he's not going to sell. It is literally as simple as that. So, don't expect to get every single telephone call, every single opportunity that comes to you as a sale, as a deal. It won't happen. But the point is, know which ones are worth pursuing, and know which ones go into the filing cabinet, into the hopper for you to follow up on. Look, this guy will be followed up on. Now, if it hasn't sold in another 3 months, is the motivation changed? If he were, or his wife were, to be more motivated, yes, something might happen. Let's say, for example, that all of a sudden the business that his son's doing, which is something to do with servicing cars, let's say that suddenly needs some money. He might be interested in selling. Let's say that his wife's health fails. And I've seen this before. As soon as somebody's health fails, their motivation and their challenges completely change, and they want to get things done as soon as possible. Make sure you follow up on this stuff, otherwise it'll just be a wasted lead. So there you go, it's Ben Rogers. Today's Monday 25th of March. Just about to go off for my meeting at the Cumbernauld Hotel up in London. Hope you have a great start to the week. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.